welcome to Mind Trick Media. We are doing a podcast about Star Wars. We're going to be talking about movies, books, TV shows. Today we're doing a bracket. This bracket is a bracket of 32 lightsabers, and we're basically going to be doing head-to-heads, and we're going to be arguing about it. My name is Tyler, and...
My name is Jordan.
And we're brothers, so here we go. You want to start with the first one?
So the first round is going to be Darth Vader versus Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Is this even a question? I mean, I think off of being iconic, not being from the sequel trilogy, and just like, I don't know, red lightsabers.
And then also, it's not very practical with Kylo's lightsaber. He swings it like it's 1,000 pounds, and like he's going to cut himself every time he swings it. Like
Ben Swallow is weak. No. I don't see how we don't choose Vader.
Yeah, I think Vader is just the easy choice here, so we're going to go Darth Vader. The next round is going to be the famous spinning Inquisitor lightsaber versus Count Dooku's lightsaber.
I think this is a layup because those Inquisitor lightsabers have so many flaws.
Yeah, like...
I mean, just from Tales of the Jedi and watching Ahsoka defeat an Inquisitor with no weapon.
That, and then also in the Kenobi series when Darth Vader literally just stopped it from spinning and then just took it from her.
Yeah.
And like, it just...
And we're talking about arguably the greatest swordsman, at least in our Star Wars universe.
Right, and he also designed his lightsaber to fool everybody, and like, you know, you can't see the path of it because it's a curved hilt, and it's just so much better.
Top 10 character.
Oh, yeah.
The beard, just that. No. But I think the silver handle with red lightsaber is almost unbeatable.
Yeah,
so.
I don't even think it's close. So the next round is going to be Master Yoda's lightsaber and Darth Maul's lightsaber.
Now we have a toughie. Because now we're getting into different colors.
Oh, yeah.
Had all red ones. I think off of being iconic, and obviously we weren't young enough to watch that first episode in theaters.
We weren't. Neither one of us were alive.
Besides that, yeah, it's the wow. No, but definitely like Master Yoda is iconic, but like more like with how good with the swordsman he is, it's still like it's not a lightsaber that you look at as being like a swordsman's lightsaber. He's
right.
Definitely obviously a force user, and I think just like Darth Maul's lightsaber brought like an entire new like way to fight as a kid. Like you could fight with a stick in your backyard and you're gonna use it like it's a sword, like a katana. When that movie came out, people started grabbing sticks in the middle and spinning them. So
yeah.
I think Darth Maul goes through here.
Right, I do too. I agree.
There's a lot of red going through.
Well, this is going to be the first. The next one's the first one with no red. It's going to be the Darksaber versus Kit Fisto's lightsaber.
So a lot of you may not know exactly what Kit Fisto's lightsaber looks like. Silver handle, green blade. It's
kind of basic.
It's a little definitely our era Republic Jedi lightsaber. It's not for war, it's for show. And they didn't show that well. They were kind of...
I think we get to see it mainly in the Clone Wars, and that's not even that much either.
Yeah, you can't... Yeah. And he's barely in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, he like it's I think it's in, if I remember correctly, it's season 1 when he goes... Yeah, he does use it underwater. There is that.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. But you got to go with the dark. I mean, I'm not saying you got to go with the Darksaber, but the Darksaber is just, you know, the Darksaber, what it represents in the Mandalorian culture and just how iconic it's been, especially as of recent. It's always in everything, you know.
This is a hot take. Overrated lightsaber. I like. It's not overrated in the sense that it's so unique that it can't be overrated, but most of the people that say that the Darksaber is like awesome watch The Mandalorian. And
yeah.
Mando is terrible. You see, like, the best fighting you see with it is with what's that one character's name? No, it's
I think the best we get from it is in Rebels with
Sabine.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
that the connection with or the connection, the teaching from Kanan
Yeah.
to
Taking that into
Sabine.
account.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that is where to me.
We need to get Sabine the Darksaber back. That's what needs to happen.
Well, Sabine just gave
In
that up, you know.
2029 when this movie comes out.
Yeah, right.
So, we'll go with Darksaber. So, we gotta get one of them.
So in the next round, we got Rey's lightsaber versus Qui-Gon's lightsaber.
Before we go, whatever you want to say about the character, she's written terribly. When we saw that lightsaber in theaters, it was awesome.
Yeah.
For 13 seconds before the credits rolled. So, first off, it's one of the only yellow gold lightsabers we see.
Yeah.
And on top of that, just the way, the ignition of it.
Yeah, and then also
The meaning behind it, it gives that like that youngling that's a Wookiee.
right.
Where it's made from like not like him made from his culture, but her made from like wanting to have her background. And
Yeah, from where she was the scavenger that she was, and she used just the stuff that she found.
Ray Palpatine, by the way. All right, so we had Rey's against
Qui-Gon's.
Qui-Gon's.
And as much as I love Qui-Gon, I do think that his hilt is super basic.
But it killed Darth Maul. It cut Darth Maul in half.
Well,
Rey's never does anything.
oh well, it will. I mean, we're supposed to get more from it, but
Hopefully they use it more. I would love to see it ignited and actually.
the only thing that I really didn't like that what they did with Rey's lightsaber is that they had a golden opportunity to show us how she made it, and they just completely ruined that.
Especially since like there's deleted footage of Luke making his, and there's comics of Vader making his. Like, with how long drug out and then pinched the sequel trilogy was, you could have at least showed us how she made the lightsaber and like where she got her crystals from.
And I also think it kind of sucks too, because if you go based off of the fans and stuff like that, they were upset that we've never got to see, we didn't get to see Luke's scene, and when we saw it in the Clone Wars, it was really cool. Like,
oh yeah, those are like not story-based best episodes, but definitely some of the most interesting episodes.
because it's stuff we've never seen. Like,
for me at least.
right.
I'm a weird Star Wars lover. Like, the stuff that most people would see as filler, I think, is some of the best stuff, especially in the Disney era of Star Wars. But like you said, Qui-Gon's lightsaber is just...
It's too basic. So
It's very basic. So, as much as a lot of you probably won't like it, Rey is going through at least to the second round.
So this one's going to be an interesting one. So we have Sabine's, which is Ezra's second lightsaber, and then Ezra's first hilt.
This is a dumb one. It shot bullets.
Well,
It shot lasers.
yeah. I am a really big fan of Ezra's first lightsaber. Just from where he went from the slingshot to making his own lightsaber, and he like brought the two of them together and made the blaster into the lightsaber. Like, it's never been done before, and I thought it was super cool.
Yeah, it was that. As much as that show was already out there, them testing things like that, it was something that you saw and you were like, that doesn't happen. Who made this thing? So it definitely is personality for sure for him.
And I don't know. I think his second hilt looks really weird in animation, which is where we get to see it the most.
And then it doesn't hold like the meaning of being the first lightsaber of his, and then it also just is back into that Clone Wars like Republic era lightsaber. It's not something that's got an incredibly different thing about it.
Yeah.
It's
A lightsaber is supposed to be it's something unique about you. You're supposed to have a bond with it for whatever reason.
And I think that's what's the problem with ranking some of these Jedi Council members is that their lightsabers are basically shown as peace offerings. They're not supposed to be exquisite or daring.
Right.
And it does take away from something like that, like making a bracket like this, like the elegance of like someone else's saber. It will never match up.
Yeah. And
but also it's a blaster lightsaber, so like I don't know how it's not going there anyway. Like
yeah, I think Ezra's first lightsaber takes it, and it's not close.
yeah, what if they actually? I think they do have some. Like I mean, I guess it's kind of like what a bayonet is, where the gun is also like a knife. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
we're going there.
we're gonna move on now. So we got Mace Windu's lightsaber versus Ahsoka's white lightsabers. To be completely honest, me and Tyler both think that, at least I think we talked about this. Ahsoka's white lightsabers, kind of trash.
The white blade is cool.
Yeah.
The handle is trash.
I don't like. So I understand how she, with her first lightsabers, has the long one and the short one, and the one smaller than the other. I just think it looks weird with the katana style that they went with.
And on top of that, you have to judge it too based off of the green and greenish gold mini saber, and then she had them blue.
Yeah.
Which I know, like, you're a blue lightsaber fan. I wouldn't say that that's my favorite color lightsaber, but
I just think it looks better.
Very clean, especially in the Clone Wars.
Yes.
Her fight against Darth Maul was epic, and yeah, it just doesn't hold up.
Yeah, I don't think they do either. But again, I'm gonna say this: I'm not the biggest fan of gold on a lightsaber hilt. I'm a big silver guy.
See, they're so minimal, and I would say I'm more of a silver guy too, but it's also purple.
Yeah, the purple.
They have like, there's a couple more, but like mainstream, you have Mace Windu and you have Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Or Vader. And I think as I like, Mace Windu was pushed to be more iconic even more because it's Samuel L. Jackson, but just the story behind why it's purple, and then Star Wars nerds went, you know, it's not just purple because it's Mace Windu and he asked, and Samuel L. Jackson. We're gonna make a story behind this, so it's gonna go involved with his lightsaber form and all this, and everything about it is better. The only thing that's even a thought about Ahsoka's is that they're white,
Right.
and that's
And also, I would assume at least after watching Tales of the Jedi, the white blade is from the Inquisitor's crystals that she killed.
That Inquisitor was a dope looking character.
Yeah, I know, he was scary, and
He was so disappointed. I thought he'd put up a fight. Like,
yeah, like
he's got waxed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think Mace Windu's takes it. I
would
like
be
the meaning.
A much harder decision if it was Ahsoka's blue lightsaber.
I do agree. So we're gonna move on. We got Ki-Adi-Mundi and Shin Hati.
Shin Baddie.
Shin Baddie.
Who was it again?
Ki-Adi-Mundi.
I made it like I forgot who we were talking about.
Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Another Jedi Council member who looks like they had a pre-built lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
It gets points for you because it's blue, I guess. The best scene that you see him in is in episode 3, and he gets destroyed by clones, which is not his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think that I like how they went with the orange color, like the more.
On record, both of these lightsabers are okay.
Yeah,
I'm not the
yeah,
biggest fan.
they're both okay.
I know like there's like a craze with Shin Baddie right now, but I keep calling her Shin Baddie. But like her, like I definitely want to see more of that character.
Yeah.
And develop her more. But from a lightsaber standpoint, I mean, red is the superior lightsaber color. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Shin takes this one.
Yeah, I feel like these are gonna be a lot more thought about.
I do.
Next round.
Yeah. Well, we're still in the first round, but I do think this side of the bracket's going to be a little bit more difficult than the other side of the bracket.
Ahsoka's lightsabers that bump them up a point but don't overtake what that she got beat was the way she ignites her lightsabers. where she ignites them together and pulls them apart. That is awesome. I wish like we had more dual-bladed lightsabers that we could get to see different openings. I know there's I don't know if it's in the Clone Wars or not. If it's like someone made an animation of Kit Fisto doing his.
He does do it in the Clone Wars.
He puts them together and then ignites them going the other.
I'm pretty sure the one lightsaber is his apprentices that just got killed by General Grievous. So.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna move on to the other side of the bracket now.
For matchups. I know there's gonna be a matchup here towards the end. I believe that we're gonna have a lightsaber fight over.
So in this next round, it's Darth Malgus's lightsaber versus Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber from the first movie.
So I know that you don't necessarily like Obi-Wan's first one that much.
Oh no.
The general scheme of lightsabers.
I think you got that backwards. I really like his first lightsaber, to be honest.
Really?
I was
thinking it was different.
I like it probably more than you think. I do like a lot of other hilts more than that, but when we go based off of with Darth Malgus's lightsaber,
it literally has like a shovel.
Like literally, like you talked about like the blade, like a knife blade on one of the other like earlier in the podcast. Like he literally could kill somebody with just a hilt.
Yeah, and he doesn't like he could walk up and stab you.
Yeah. Yeah, and just how it just adds to how menacing Darth Malgus is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean, it's Darth Malgus. I mean.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think Malgus takes this one. I do like Kenobi's first lightsaber, but I do think Darth Malgus takes this one.
Better than his second. But
okay,
yeah,
so
he got a bad matchup.
Well, moving on to the next one.
I also will say the way we did this is like we're doing it like 1 in 32 seed, but the way we did it is we kind of just drew them out of a hat because there's no way we were gonna agree on 1 through 32 order. So they're randomized. So
yeah, we did not choose the seeds; they were just randomized. So,
yeah,
that's why I'm not saying any of the seeds because they kind of weren't seeded. So, well, speaking of Obi-Wan's next lightsaber, we got Obi-Wan's lightsaber from the third movie going up against Darth Sidious's lightsaber.
See, now this is a gold one that is definitely more elegant in the sense that it doesn't look like a lightsaber. it's like it looks bulky.
It's really short too. Like the hilt's I feel like I couldn't use two hands with it.
It'd be cooler if he like in the Clone Wars we don't get to see much of the handle, but we do get to see him fight dual bladed.
Mm-hmm.
And
which that was a crazy fight.
Fights with lightsabers.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight. Like
I know the gold, I think the gold on Mace Windu's lightsaber is done pretty well. It definitely is more accented. This one, gold plays a major proponent. Jesus, I can't speak. Major proponent in the lightsaber's color and design. So, what was it going against?
Obi-Wan Kenobi's third lightsaber.
I mean, this is the Anakin killer.
The Anakin killer.
This is the Anakin destroyer.
I think Obi-Wan's takes this. I do.
Yeah, and it sucks because I wish his first one was in this seed and not his second one. Mm-hmm. Because it's definitely a better, younger Obi-Wan lightsaber. I feel like every time someone gets on the council, the lightsaber turns trash.
Right.
Besides Anakin's, because when he went to the council, it became red, and yeah.
So Obi-Wan's is gonna take this. We're gonna move on.
Maybe it's the rank of master that gets you the terrible lightsaber.
I mean, maybe if Anakin made it there, maybe he would have backed off a little bit. Well.
Okay, so Obi-Wan's going through.
So next round, we got Quinlan Vos versus Kanan Jarrus. I actually, believe it or not, I really like Kanan's lightsaber. I like how he can separate it and make it not even look like it. Kind of looks like just one of those communication devices. It kind of looks like one of the communication devices like they talk into. It's just a little bigger, but I think it kind of looks like that.
Quinlan is a weird character because we don't see him that much. I think the best we get of Quinlan is in a book.
Yeah.
That we read. So
I also do think that Quinlan's is also very basic. It kind of resembles Qui-Gon's a lot.
Is he Jedi Master?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
In the book, they say Master
Yeah.
Boss. So, yes. I do think Quinlan's is really basic, and it really just looks so much like Qui-Gon's that I'm like, it seems like he didn't even try to make his own lightsaber. And, like, that just goes back to the point where they become a master on the council, and their lightsabers just...
They usually... I'm pretty sure they update them. Like, they're allowed to choose to update their lightsabers, and I feel like when you become a master, they update them to look like... No longer, like, because I feel like when you're a Padawan, and, yeah, you just kind of have that, like, ooh, I want, like, a stealthy, tactical, fighting lightsaber. Because that's, it. Like, they're kids, and that's what they think about. But then when you become a master, there's, like, a show of elegance to have a basic lightsaber. If they could just have a crystal that ignited, I think they would.
Well, which is why I don't really feel like... Quinlan should be that basic, because Quinlan kind of goes off on his own. Yeah, he kind of goes off on his own where he will be aggressive and do things like kind of against the council, and like we really see it in the book. That just
talk about that
we'll get there in a couple episodes. But I do think that it's really weird that his is so basic when he uses it. I mean, I think a lot, especially after reading the book. Right. And then, and we talk about hiding it too. We talked about how Palpatine's is really short. His is really long. His hilt is really long too. And it's like, I don't know how he hides it well enough. Like it's huge, like looking at it. So.
Yeah, I mean.
I think Kanan's takes this. I think he hides it very well. I think it's cool that I don't know if he originally had it to where it could separate or if he adapted after Order 66 happened. But the fact that he can do that, and he hid himself for a long time until he revealed himself, nobody even had a clue.
I think for
and
this, especially when there's not like a standout lightsaber, you have to go off character. And like, Kanan's character is so interesting and makes Rebels, like, for me at least, like really interesting and really cool. It's a lightsaber we don't see. Like, it's such a weird dynamic, and I think that also that brings in the fact that it made Ezra's lightsaber so personal as well when he first made his lightsaber, and then in the Ahsoka series, making his third lightsaber even more personal because he's building it after Kanan's lightsaber, and so yeah, I think Kanan goes to him.
Yeah, I do too. Next round's going to be interesting. Well, not really, but we got Revan's purple lightsaber going up against Ahsoka's first lightsabers. I do think it is wiping.
It's purple.
It's not because it's purple. I am actually a really big fan of Ahsoka's lightsabers. I do like, though, when Anakin changes the lightsaber blades to blue. I do think it makes them look a lot better as a hilt. And I was looking at them yesterday and how different they are from Anakin's, but also like she tried to
in an image of, well, when he changed them, they were already built in an image of his,
right,
or an idea, which a lot of that happens a lot with
right,
Masters and Apprentices. But the fact that after she left the Order, he kept her lightsabers and then was like, yeah, I don't like how they're green. It's so Anakin of him to be like, I want to put my little touch on this.
Yeah. And I really do wish that these did not have to go up against Revan's lightsaber. Because it's really? Like, we're going up against Revan's lightsaber again. Like, you could literally stab somebody with this and kill somebody. Just like as a knife.
Like it's menacing. It's Revan the Butcher.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I think it's iconic. Yeah, it's something about Revan that, on top of it being purple, you can look at it and that's Revan's.
Yeah.
Like, I could show you 100 Jedi Council members over the years, and I guarantee you cannot pick their lightsabers out. Or you're a nerd like us and you're weird. So, but
Revens is gonna
yeah,
take this.
Revan's is going through.
So the next round we have Ventress's lightsabers from the Clone Wars.
So
Not the Bad Batch.
dual connector red blades.
Yes. Versus Plo Koon's lightsaber.
I love Plo Koon as a character.
I love Plo Koon too. I actually really like Plo Koon's hilt, even though that it is pretty basic. It kind of reminds me of like half of Darth Maul's lightsaber.
It does, and it's weird because the blade comes out the opposite way.
Yeah, it does. It comes out the opposite way.
There is a Jedi though that it comes out the same way.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it is.
I don't remember either because there is another person that has a lightsaber very similar.
Yeah, but
Ventress's curved hilt.
Weird because like the first thing I think of is the Tridarians in the Clone Wars, and she just like immediately
Yeah.
She just like shoves that in his face, and Yoda comes to the rescue.
What I think's crazy about her lightsabers is that they're curved hilts to resemble like Count Dooku's lightsabers, and at the same time they can connect together.
Yeah, and it's awkward.
Yeah, it's like an S. It's really weird, and she like never uses it.
like she has that functionality because
right. Just to be different, and it's like
I would love to see
it's
more
weird.
fights with her using it.
It's weird, but I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And a dual. We talked about Dooku's lightsaber and how it's iconic and just how it's so different from everybody else's.
And like the thing with her that makes her lightsabers like even crazier to fight too is Dooku has the self-respect to fight elegantly.
I know Jedi don't go for kills or that kind of thing, especially like at the beginning of the Clone Wars. They're not trying for that stuff. Ventress kicks Obi-Wan's and Anakin's ass a lot.
Her and Dooku just they should have, I know they were trying to start their own thing.
Yeah.
They should have.
Yeah, I do. I do like Plo Koon's lightsaber, but I think the idea behind Ventress's and just the curved hilts as well, I think has to take Plo Koon's lightsaber out.
Yeah,
I do too.
Such an underused character.
Yeah, really.
One thing in Disney, that dude would get a spin-off show or a spin-off movie. I know there's tons of characters we could say that about, but like you first see him in the season 1 of Clone Wars. He's got, you see him in the movies too, but like the first like big interactions we get, you see him with the mask
and the wolf pack. The wolf pack would have been
like second to the 5-0 for me.
Yeah.
You need to watch the new seasons of Bad Batch. We get maybe a little sneak peek of some wolf and Rex here, but not a plug. No, but I love Plo Koon, but her lightsabers they're fascinating.
Agreed.
So
we're gonna move on to the next one.
Is this the final one in the first round?
Nope, we still have 3 more in this first round,
more.
including this one that we're about to say. So this next one, we got Leia's lightsaber from the sequel trilogy, and Savage's double-bladed lightsabers from the Clone Wars.
I wanted to hate Leia's lightsaber.
I wanted to so bad too, especially since
because Disney we know that she had training, and then Disney came out with the 9th movie, and we got to see some of it. And
we got 2 seconds of it. We didn't get to see.
We saw something.
It doesn't. Listen though, but like we needed more.
Okay. I know we need more.
We needed more.
But like that, I feel like that goes against what you like in lightsabers, though. It has that bronze.
It does have a bronze
color.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, it is my favorite bronzish lightsaber that there is. I really like the lightsaber.
Or gold is better than. Well, that might be a matchup. No.
Yeah. It won't be, but I actually really do like Leia's lightsaber.
Savage's lightsaber, though. It's so long.
See, what I don't like about Savage's lightsaber is I feel like, I'm not 100% because I don't really know. They didn't show us. I don't think he got to choose what his lightsaber looked like at all. I think it was literally given to him.
With the way Zabraks work, they kind of just shove it two-handed into your hand.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
He's not a Zabrak. He's a Dathomirian.
but like I feel like they're just like that species just has dual blade.
I mean, when Ventress goes there to find him, you see them use a lot of weapons that are really big weapons that require two hands at all times. And
the only thing I'm thinking of though is when in the Clone Wars, where him and Maul walk into the Black Sun.
When he throws that thing,
He
wow,
just kills
everybody
the
there.
entire room.
Yeah, with just one throw. Like,
Yeah.
I also do think the middle of the lightsaber looks really weird though.
It looks like they like legitimately like obviously they do this with Maul too, but there's like buttons and gauges and things that move around. Like they literally looks like they took a picture and they just mirrored it to his other side.
Yeah.
Like the handle is so long. Like I wonder how long it actually is, like with blades.
Well, I mean, we go based off of. He's a big dude.
That is true.
He's a big guy, especially after the Night Sister magic and stuff that they used on him. He's a massive dude.
That's a line.
He stands up and he's like 3 feet taller than what he was. Like, he's massive.
Well, we can't judge against Maul though, because Maul seemed like a small character and then is a cyborg. So.
Yeah, so we don't. I think Maul got taller though after he became a cyborg, and he was still short compared to Savage. So Savage is just a big dude. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you though. I like Leia's lightsaber more.
I think I did.
Yeah.
But
I also like how they chose Leia's lightsaber to be blue and not green, because I do think that she is more of an aggressive type. And
clearly.
right. And not that she couldn't be very powerful in the Force. Like, you know, the lightsaber colors have like meanings to them which aren't canon, but as fans we go based off of that for how their lightsabers are. And she's a very
Say that, Filoni might be listening. He's gonna change that.
yeah. I mean, she is an aggressive character. She takes a lot from Anakin. And I do think
as
that
much as she like hates her father,
Yeah.
and like wouldn't like even talk to her,
right?
they're so similar, and I think that's what Luke sees too, is that me and my father are different, and like maybe like at least we know that he's more like his mother. He's diplomatic. He's
We got to think though,
charming, but like assertive, and he's gonna tell you what is right and what he thinks is right, but he's not gonna shove a lightsaber in your face like I feel like Leia would.
yeah, Leia would. I
She's
think
a
she would.
firecracker.
She is, and I do think they did a good job. I don't know if they did because Disney did make these movies, and at the same time,
Disney, hire us, please. We'll fix the problem. No.
Disney's done. Okay, we're not going to get into that this episode, but I do like how they chose blue. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but the blue was the right move.
Yeah.
Unless it was going to be like a gold or something completely different that we've never seen before, I do think blue was the right move, especially over green.
And I just thought of this. Because Vader loses his lightsaber. If Luke could, which they make magic happen all the time. If Luke somehow got Vader's lightsaber and would have healed his crystal for her, and had a white lightsaber,
Yeah.
that would have been dope. But I'm pretty sure it falls through the shaft. But
Well, the Death Star blows up. So
thanks.
yeah, so I mean, it's probably gone. But Leia's is going to move on here. So this next round is going to be the round for both of us. We already know what it is. It is Luke's lightsaber versus, I'm going to say the Chosen One's lightsaber. Yeah, but come on, dude. Luke's lightsaber
Luke Skywalker.
versus the Chosen One, and
Chosen not.
Chosen One
They're gonna think
with the I know with the original 6 movies.
we're gonna argue because I legitimately think if you look at them side by side, Luke's is a better.
I don't at all.
And I'm like, I would say that I care, but I don't.
But
It's wrong.
I also do think that you and me look at the different kind of Jedis differently. Like, I feel like you like a lot more. I like Anakin's aggressiveness. I like how he was a warrior and like he was aggressive. Luke is so, like you said, diplomatic, elegant, this and that, and I think it really shows within the lightsabers. They talk about it. The council hated Anakin's lightsaber because it was too aggressive and too much, and they weren't trying to be like that. And I do think that Luke didn't even try to make his own lightsaber because he just tried to make it look like Obi-Wan's. Anakin did whatever the hell he wanted, which is why I like his hilt a lot more.
It is definitely a resemblance of Obi-Wan's. It is very different materials.
Mm-hmm.
Number one. Number two, if you're going on, like, I think most people over 30 would agree that Luke's is better. And I'm not saying that Anakin's is a bad lightsaber, but, like, I don't know if you guys have ever held the sheer bulkiness of this fucking lightsaber. And, like, I get it. Anakin has a robotic arm. He swings right-handed. I get it. They built that because a lot, like, early on, he was crushing his lightsaber. But it's Luke fucking Skywalker.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's the chosen one, and this lightsaber has been in every single movie. It is. It is. It is.
You like 7, 8, 9. No.
It is. It is. Dude, no, it pissed me off when they broke it in the 8th movie. I about lost it when that lightsaber broke in half, and then they had the audacity to just be like, "Oh, we're gonna tape it together and have it for the 9th one."
We're gonna put some rubber and some.
Did you know? Fun fact that. Fun fact: the hilt for Anakin's lightsaber that they use is actually broken because of the production of the Disney movies. There's a part of the lightsaber hilt that they use. It's broken because of the movies.
Who do we gotta kill?
I do. So who are we gonna kill for Anakin's lightsaber? But you want to choose Luke's?
Broken.
I don't know. Well,
dude, okay, I'm not saying when you're talking about iconic, you can't put one up against the other because you can't say Anakin's is more iconic.
it is. It was the first lightsaber we saw ever.
And it got whopped again. He lost to Vader.
Well, it's also weird.
The beacon of that trilogy is like seeing Luke's green lightsaber. Cause like like don't get me wrong, we see it. Like
it's the first. It's the first lightsaber, Tyler. The first one.
In the movie.
Yeah, it's in every single one too. It is the most iconic lightsaber. I do think I'm winning this.
I don't think it's most iconic because we barely saw it.
When?
He hands it to him. He goes,
Which, by the way, the bloopers for that's funny.
Like it's a full noodle, and then
he doesn't know what he's doing with it.
This would be a completely different argument if they included Luke building his lightsaber. This would be a wash.
Yeah, it does really suck.
I mean,
don't get me wrong, by the way. I do like Luke's lightsaber. I do. So don't think that either. I just think
the green has grown on me.
The green is my least favorite color. The green is my least favorite color. Crazy, we got
orange ones.
Yeah, I like those.
No way you're saying that the color of like Balin's or Shin Baddies is a better color than the green of Luke's lightsaber. And the noise. Anakin's like obviously like because we're terrible. We know the sound of his. But, like,
no, so
everyone knows
we
the
listen.
sound of Luke's.
So when we read books, we listen to the audiobooks, and it's funny. They'll have noises from the movies and stuff like that, and we can tell you exactly what movie and what scene it is when we hear these noises. Like in the lightsaber ignitions, they will use different people's lightsaber ignitions, and we can tell you whose it is.
Yeah, but like,
especially like the main characters, like you hear Dooku's is completely different than everybody else's.
I feel like Anakin's kind of falls into that's a lightsaber sound. Luke's is so different.
It also could be different because of them being a lot older of movies.
And another argument I'll make: Luke has the best green lightsaber probably in the entire universe.
I do agree with that.
And Anakin's does not have the best blue one.
I
probably like if you're in your 20s, teens, maybe early 30s, you probably would because you guys are just Anakin lovers, and like I love Anakin. Don't get me wrong.
If you truly,
I was not allowed to be Anakin as a child because of this kid. When we would fight, I always had the high ground because I was always Obi-Wan. And part of what he doesn't understand is he made me resent Anakin for a while. He made me resent him because I wasn't allowed to be him.
I mean, you grow up.
And then we watched episode 3.
Oh yeah, by the way,
He gets to die every time.
we watched Star Wars in a weird order because I don't remember watching the prequels before I watched at least some of the Clone Wars. Because we watched the originals. I don't think we did.
Because we at least had 4, 5, 6. And
we watched 4, 5, 6.
VHS.
Right.
We're that old. I know we're 20 and mid 20s.
I'm turning 23 in 2 days. 30 minutes before.
Almost May the 4th.
30 minutes before Star Wars Day. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. 30 more minutes. This would have been perfect.
She was born in spring.
I know, right?
Winter birthdays suck. No, but dude,
It was so
100% think Luke's is a better.
So this is where Anakin comes into such a big role for me. Is that I don't remember the prequel trilogy at all before I watched some of the Clone Wars. So we watched at least what I remember, watching 4, 5, and 6. VHS. We had to rewind them things to rewatch them, and we did it all the time. I'm shocked I'm shocked they didn't break with how many times we watched those movies. And I remember watching at least the first season of the Clone Wars because we had that on DVD. If you remember that, we have.
Our parents hate at least the first season.
Oh yeah.
I heard it. Well, it wasn't the first season. It was like the first half.
Yeah, it was something. It was either first half or first season. It was definitely something like that. I remember watching that so many times and just loving Anakin as a character. And then we come around to the prequel trilogy, and I'm just heartbroken with how it goes down, dude. Like, it hurts. It still hurts to this day.
Nightmare. Well, it's like a pleasant dream of Anakin not turning, and then you wake up and it becomes a nightmare because you realize
Anakin's character has such a special place in my heart, but also took some of it with him. And
I mean, I definitely think personality-wise, like, if we both were Jedi, you would definitely be Anakin and I'd be Obi-Wan. But, like, if we were, like, I think I'm more, and what's weird is I feel like I would be more, like, Sith inclined. But of the two in the Jedi, I'd probably be the more reasonable negotiator.
I think yeah, in the heat of the moment, I feel like you'd be a better negotiator. I would start to lose it, especially if it was something serious. Like, if you have your Padme, there isn't anything you wouldn't do. And
it's not a reasonable thing.
Yeah.
You think Satine was competing?
Listen.
There's a reason Obi-Wan chose the Jedi and a reason Anakin chose Padme.
But at the same time, I do think Satine was perfect for Obi-Wan if they would have stayed together. We're getting really off track from this lightsaber bracket. We're still in the first round, guys. Still in the first round. I think with how Anakin has meant so much to us, I feel like it's almost.
Obi-Wan is not just as much.
Yeah, but we're not going against Obi-Wan right now. I think Anakin has. I think Anakin has to make. You can't even remember that it's Luke's lightsaber in this fight, and you're arguing with me.
Of how there's two characters better than Anakin.
I'm not saying that the characters aren't cool. I think that Anakin's lightsaber has to make it out of this round. I do.
Do we have no green ones going through? Because
the
best green one is not worth it.
Green one's going through.
None. There's not a single green one.
Not a single green one.
And the problem with that is this is the best green one. And
yeah, but it's going up against Anakin's.
Agree with me. Looking at the two lightsabers, Luke has a better looking lightsaber.
I don't agree.
That's
I don't.
Insane.
I think Anakin has to take this round.
Bulky ass lightsaber.
I like it.
We have to coin for it.
If I literally get a lightsaber, I don't have one yet. Neither one of us do.
I don't think we have a coin, guys. So, rip the top off
Yeah.
And I'll let you flip it and call it.
So, this side, the side facing the can.
The side that faces up is gonna be. We'll give you Anakin, and the side facing down is Luke.
Okay.
Flip it.
I don't even know where to flip it.
Let's go. It's Luke.
That's crazy that this is
hear
how.
about this for the rest of it.
That's fine. Okay. The last round in the first
We
round.
got a green one in. Let's go. Come on.
We have Cal Kestis's lightsaber versus Balin Skull's lightsaber.
Okay. I'm gonna start off on the record. For video games, I'm a bad Star Wars fan. I play a lot of video games, but I don't play a lot of story games. So I've only ever watched him play the 2 Jedi, Survivor, Fallen Order, and all of them.
I was also 4 years late to the game, by the way.
They look like great games. I got spoiled very early on. I think he has a terrible lightsaber. That's just
So this is where it's going to be different for the lightsaber itself because you don't know the story behind it. I mean, you do know based on what I've told you and what you've seen a little bit, but we're going with his first lightsaber, which is his master's lightsaber that was broken during Order 66. We're going to take the broken one into account. So this is the broken one we're going with.
Oh, then definitely not.
I think that it has a lot of meaning behind the lightsaber. And with it being broken, it's a huge lightsaber, by the way, because his master was a Zabrak.
Dude, he's swinging like a long sword.
No, it's not as long now when it's broken, but when it's re-put back together in the game, it's huge. Like the double bladed lightsaber is massive.
Oh yeah, dual blading, even
Yeah.
It's a massive handle without the dual blade.
I really do like the dual blading in the game, though. It's really good. I really like Cal's broken lightsaber, but we're going to flip around to Balin's lightsaber. I really, really like Balin's lightsaber.
I'm still iffy about his and Shin's. I feel like they need to grow on me more, and we don't know what's going to be happening in the future with if they're going to be using Balin still and how that's going to work. But I do think his lightsaber is really cool, but it also has a gold touch to it. There's a little gold. And I do like how it's prongy looking at the top though. I really did not like it when I first.
Well, when I like how it's kind of rugged. It's kind of like it's weathered. It's really weathered lightsaber. And I do think we talked about the orange being maybe not the best color for a lightsaber, but at the same time, it looks really good with the weatheredness of the lightsaber. I feel like it fits Balin specifically. Now, I think Shin should
have been dark red.
Shin should have been dark red.
I also think that was Disney a hope, a coin into a well to try to get old fans to be oh, with the old bad recordings where Vader's has that orange tint to it. They really tried to push that, but because the cameras are the only thing saving the sequel trilogy and stuff, is the cinematography of it, that it was Balin's would have been cool, but we didn't need both of them, like we just said.
Yeah.
Especially
I know what we know.
Not that character.
We know why they did it, but I do still think though that Balin's is gonna take this. I know you don't particularly love.
No, you see, it's grown on me a lot. I've seen it more. I've seen because obviously they sell good lightsaber handles that you can buy, and looking at some of them, I really like it. I like the cleaned up one.
I don't like the cleaned up one.
Matted.
I like the weathered one better.
It's a good lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of unique to what we've seen. So I think Balin goes through.
I think Balin goes through too. As much as I do like Cal and Cal's lightsaber, he's not.
In fact, Balin's is definitely going through because I don't like Cal's.
Yeah, so
it's fine. I'm gonna get so much shit for that.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. So we're gonna move on. We're finally in the second round. We got Darth Vader's lightsaber versus Count Dooku's lightsaber. I feel like first rounds for the majority of this bracket were kind of easy.
Yeah,
so this is obviously right, and then this is going to be the next hardest one so far that we've had.
A lot of things. I love Darth Vader. I've made this point to some of my friends before that I feel like there's only a few movies, series, books that you can be a fan of the main character and not be like basic. And I feel like Vader is one of those characters that if you go, oh, my favorite character is Vader, I'm like, oh, cool. Like, that's a normal answer. Like, I don't feel like that's a cliche answer. I don't think it's like, he's such a good character.
There's so much that goes on with Vader in comics and all this other stuff that Vader is that guy.
and like, to wrap up my whole point about that is I think Count Dooku has a way better lightsaber. I'm sorry, but like, I love Darth Vader. Count Dooku's lightsaber.
I'm gonna say this already. I already put it. I already put it as winning. Dooku's. I already put Dooku's as winning.
Like I like Vader's lightsaber more than Anakin's.
I don't.
Anakin's like and like I hope people understand what I mean by this. And we just talked about it. There's different color lightsabers in the same color.
Yeah.
Anakin's blue is different than other people's blues.
Yeah.
Him and Obi-Wan have a similar blue. And they might be the exact same color, but I feel like they're a different color.
Well, I feel like you look at Plo Koon's blue. I feel like it's slightly lighter of a blue than like Anakin's Obi-Wan's.
Dark.
Yeah, it was a dark blue.
Which might overlap a little, but Dooku's lightsaber. You have the red, the ignition sound, the curved hilt, the silver. It's everything that I love in a lightsaber.
Dooku's takes it. It's not.
The button on it is towards the bottom of the handle. It's like a pinky. Or you could honestly grip it out and grip it, and it's the way he moves it. Like, if Dooku didn't have a curved hilt, I think he'd be a completely different character.
Oh yeah.
And that doesn't take away from how good of a character he is, but
Dooku's takes it. Dooku's takes it. All right, we're gonna move on. We got Darth Maul's lightsaber versus the Darksaber, or on the other hand, Maul's other lightsaber. He did wield it at one point.
Yeah. I still think Maul. I think Duel of Fates is, from the people I talk to at least, that do not like the prequel trilogy, the shining thing, and when I say prequel, we're just talking about the first two movies. Everybody can agree that the third one, it's just so, like, even if there's parts of it that you say is not good TV, whatever, it's such a symbolic thing to Star Wars, but
oh, we're gonna have another podcast to talk about.
The saving grace, according to some people in the first one, is the Duel of Fates. And that lightsaber fight, and like, it's crazy, and this is being recorded, like he said, before May 4th and May 3rd. They're bringing the first movie to theaters.
This is gonna be.
I cannot wait to watch him ignite.
It's gonna be the first time we've seen it on the big screen. Neither one of us were born. It's gonna be. Well, I mean, I was close, but.
But like, I'm so ready to watch that.
Yeah, I am too. We did last year. We went and saw the sixth movie. In theaters, and it was just awesome. Like, it was so it was
really
crazy.
Hope they keep doing that.
I do too.
Because like, they kind of missed out. I don't think they did a fifth movie, did they, for Empire?
I don't think they did.
Anniversary? Or a 40th? Why did I say 25th? That would have been a long time ago. They didn't do a 40th or. I mean, maybe they'll start doing the 50 anniversaries.
I do think that people are.
Star Wars Episode 1 or Episode 4 1, A New Hope in theaters. You're gonna be watching.
Comment if you're still watching Star Wars. If you got to see that in theaters, comment if you've seen it.
Or DM me. We need to talk.
Yeah.
I
So.
want to know your opinions.
Yeah. So. I think the Darksaber has been really.
I think it's
been overused. It's been overused.
It's been. They think they know it's cool and they want to throw it around. And I guarantee you, in the next 4 years, when shit's coming out, we're gonna see fucking Grogu have it, and I just don't want that. It's.
I hope Grogu can wield Yoda's lightsaber. That's what I'm hoping for.
Where is it?
Luke had it. He shows it to him in The Mandalorian.
Was that?
Or it was the Book of Boba Fett. It was one of the two. Doesn't matter.
That was
Maul's is gonna take it.
considered Yoda's.
He said it was Yoda's. He said this is Master Yoda's lightsaber.
Rewatch.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We think
That's kind of weird. They're reusing stuff.
Maul's is gonna take this. The dark saber's been overused.
Dark Saber's really cool though. I would love to see another like a regular form black lightsaber. I don't know
Yeah,
how
the
that
color.
happened,
Yeah.
how they got that crystal.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened either. I'm not 100%, but
I would love to see like a black crystal.
yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. This one's a little.
Ooh, before we move on, do you think if Mando is the wielder of the dark saber, that they'll try to find Grogu and they give him a black lightsaber as well? Like I feel like super cool.
If they resemble how their master's lightsabers are, technically,
well, that doesn't always work for color.
not for color, but
Qui-Gon and Obi.
yeah, but if he had to do something different to make it like the black that it is,
Yeah, what do
I don't know.
you know how they did that color, but yeah, I think
It'll be interesting.
I think Maul's
So we're gonna move on to the next one. We got Rey's lightsaber versus Ezra's blaster lightsaber.
hot take. I think it's Rey's. I love the idea. I love the blaster. It's not like colored.
So we've been talking really big about how lightsabers resemble the people, and it's cool how some of these are like very different from like a council member's lightsaber. These two lightsabers are the ones that are very different from council like ideal lightsabers. And Ezra's first lightsaber I love, by the way, but the problem is it's very kind of childish to an extent because
It's not a Jedi's lightsaber.
yes, it is I am a Padawan. I'm aggressive. I'm a little unstable because he was.
If I need it, I shoot better than I can swing.
Right. Which, by the way, when Kanan wielded that, it was awesome. But at the same time, it was just didn't feel right for a Jedi.
And like, don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying that she's a good character. Please believe me, I don't like them. When she ignited that lightsaber and you kind of see the flick and you see like the blue, green, and then gold.
I think Rey's is gonna make it pretty far on this list.
It's so cool, and I hate that it's hers. Like we could have let Kylo live, and that could have been Ben Swallow's lightsaber.
Swallow.
Ben Swallow.
Nice.
Ben Solo's lightsaber. It would have been cool.
Yeah.
He could have had, but like, it's
Rey's
a saving grace as a character. Other than like, and I don't hate Daisy Ridley either. I think she's a beautiful woman. But
Fine actress.
I don't know if I've seen anything else she's in.
Well, I've never seen anything else she's in either.
But,
I think
she
played the
Adam
she
Driver
she
did
did play the.
what they could.
What she did good though is that she played the character how they wanted her to.
I'm glad that all of the main characters walked away saying this was a hunk of garbage.
Yeah, they all did. The only one that's not really on record talking about it the most is Adam Driver.
Oh,
But-
no, he's on record
But
saying, I will never
he
do this.
he
It's
is
fine.
on record saying it, but he's the one that talks the least about it.
Well,
But
'cause he wants to forget, and I don't blame him.
mhm.
He was also the saving grace of that. Like, Poe's a good character, but when it comes to lightsaber fighting and, like,
Kylo's a good. Kylo was the best thing.
killed it.
Yeah, he was the best thing to come out of it, in my opinion.
They go that whiny route.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Rey's is gonna take that, just because it's more of I'm a Jedi. It's not like
And
childish.
This is probably the only one that I'm trying to pull the character away from. Looking at that lightsaber.
I mean, we're not
If
100%
anybody
going
else
based
had
off
that
characters.
lightsaber, it'd be like, dude, this is awesome. People would be so hyped for that lightsaber.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on. We got Mace Windu's lightsaber versus Shin Batty's lightsaber. I'm gonna say it now, just for you.
What?
Shin Batty.
This is where we're pulling characters back in.
I don't think we have to pull in a character. I think Mace Windu, regardless of me not liking the gold on the hilt, Mace Windu's lightsaber is a better lightsaber.
It's purple.
It's purple.
Um,
The white on her handle is really weird. Like the white on the handle throws the gold. Like
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like hers or Balin's when I first saw them. I thought they were terrible. And then
I still don't like hers.
his has grown on me, and then hers, like, I like the shape of it, kind of. Like the top piece of it.
I think it's
nice.
weird that it kind of looks like Kanan's, but like not at the same time. It's really weird. Like it has that circular point to it. Like I don't even know.
Yeah,
It's really
the white doesn't like.
the white
Gold,
throws it
gold
off.
and bronze are pushing it. White push.
Yeah, white just
And
got.
That's why Ahsoka's did to go through.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't. Shimbadi, I'm sorry.
I think Windu takes it. It's not close. I don't think so. So over here on the other side, we got Malgus's lightsaber versus Obi-Wan's third movie lightsaber.
I think this is a wash too.
I think it is too.
I think if you haven't, I don't know the name of the creators, and I don't want to plug, but I will because I don't. They're a small company. Look up Darth Malgus's like attack on the Jedi Temple. That video.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
It's from his Deceived book. It's literally the second chapter of the book.
I actually watched that short film before we listened to the Malgus Deceived book, and they nailed it.
Oh yeah.
It is word to image.
Like they'll be like, it's like the Mandalorian sneaks upstairs and starts attacking, and literally you see the Mandalorian go up there. She like destroys the balcony that they're on. Like, it's perfect. And yeah, I'd really look it up.
He's got a fat lightsaber too, though, but he is 7 foot tall.
Oh yeah, some of these Legends characters are massive ass dudes. Like it's like people don't look like this. But I do think Malgus is just completely takes Obi-Wan's off the board.
Love Obi-Wan. Also got further than Anakin again.
Because of a coin flip. That's how I got further.
There's a cap or
yeah, bottle. I don't.
Cap.
Yeah. So next round we got Kanan's lightsaber versus Revan's lightsaber. Oh yeah, we're not even gonna say. You guys should know. We got Ventress's lightsabers versus Leia's lightsaber.
Talking about dual blade, curved hilts, red lightsaber versus a bronze one.
A bronze one.
Blue saber.
This is my favorite bronze one though.
That doesn't say a lot.
No.
You like one of the 5.
Yeah. It is. It is the best one. You got to agree with that, right? Like Leia's lightsaber hilt. I think Leia's hilt blows his away, but we're not. Yeah, I do think that. But we are talking about Ventress's lightsaber, the curved hilt, just like Dooku's. We love Dooku's. I think we.
Yeah, I think Leia takes it though.
Really?
I like
Wow, I was almost to the point where I almost fucking
You
typed
wanna go
Ventress. Yeah.
Oh, I was going Leia. I just leading you along.
Not gonna lie, I was gonna go Ventress.
Do you think it's Ventress?
I think it's close. I think it's close, but I mean, if Ventress makes it to the final, say it's Dooku Ventress in the final, which don't think she's gonna make it that far.
You can't look at it like that. You got to win the round before you win the championship. Gonzaga does that every year. No. But
Really, you think Leia's takes it?
I like her lightsaber.
You know what? As much as I do like Ventress's dual-bladed curved hilts. By the way, dual-bladed curved hilts.
The connector piece.
I am okay.
I wish we could see hers in live action.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen anybody like sell her lightsaber either, so I don't even.
There's been a company.
Disney might actually.
There is a company.
Disney might sell it.
Yeah. I think there is somebody who does. I've seen somebody do an unboxing of it
I know
before.
Star Wars 3 doesn't, which he's just now kidding.
Yeah, he like just started. Send us a lightsaber. I'm just kidding.
Please let us be on your podcast. No.
We can hop on a call.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. That'd be cool.
Hop on every call you need.
I will agree.
But,
So we are here to
can't-
argue and agree. If you're gonna say Leia and you're dead set on it, I will agree with that. I do like Leia's lightsaber. Really?
I like hers. Like I feel like you said though, like not looking ahead, but Dooku's lightsaber is way better than.
Oh yeah.
Ventress's lightsaber.
Yeah.
I think what knocks her a little bit is the connector piece is dumb and she doesn't use it. We see it used and then it's like.
It's pretty ugly too when it is connected. Let's be real. I wonder if she could connect it to where instead of an S, it's like a U.
What would be the
I don't know, but
purpose?
like just like.
I mean, I guess she could like swing it like this and try to swing it at your handle, and like hit. If he goes low with the blade, it could hit the handle, and then it would hit his arm.
It'd be weird. I don't know if she could. It'd be interesting. I am okay with
So
Leia's
they, like, throw it
lightsaber.
at people's necks and they get like jabbed between them.
Yeah,
That's
they get
awesome.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
But
I don't know if it can go that way though,
I
but
really like Leia's.
okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I think we're gonna get back to an argument one here in the first round because we have Luke Skywalker's lightsaber versus Balin Skull's lightsaber.
Oh, dude, we already have discussed that Balin's is good.
Mm.
It's not Luke Skywalker, dude. We talk about character development. Luke.
Well, yeah.
Let's do one of the things.
But
Fighter, Luke. Power, Luke. Lightsaber.
I really we're gonna talk about characters. I mean, yeah, Luke's this and Luke's that, but I love.
Whoa,
No.
you
Okay,
can't say Luke's this and Luke's that.
we know that's not what I meant.
He's
I
the
do, but
Grandmaster.
no. So when Balin came into the picture and we get to hear him talk, hear what he's there for, we have our opinions for what he might be trying to do in the Ahsoka series. R.I.P. Like, it just sucks. We don't know what's gonna happen now. But his characters, I love his character. I love the mystery to his character.
I think if we redid this in 4 years and his characters developed good, and I don't, like we said, we don't know what's going to happen, it might put more, like, symbolism to it,
Mhm.
but I love Luke's lightsaber. And that's the thing, too, like, I compare it a lot, too, because it's not on this list, so we can compare it. Revan's Jedi lightsaber and Sith lightsaber, his like silver one.
Mm-hmm. Not the one that's in this bracket, by the way.
No, we're talking about the spiky one. But like, it's so simplistic and like, I think silver is the like I love the color black or matte black type of person. I think silver on lightsabers just does something with the colors that they choose.
And I will give you the aspect that it's iconic too. So.
But yeah. So
I'll go with Luke's. That's fine.
Sure.
Yeah. Like you said, we'll just have to see more from Balin if we can. So we'll go with that. So we're getting down to it. We're going back to the other side. We got Dooku versus Maul. Yeah. Yeah, I do think that. Dooku's takes this. And
yeah, I think Dooku, like, that lightsaber's
there isn't much more we can say. Like, it's just great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's one of the best lightsabers. But
So we're going to go to the next one. We got Rey's versus Mace Windu's. And to be honest, when I said I'm the one looking at the bracket, when I said Rey's is going to go far, I think Rey's easily takes Mace Windu's out. I think that.
what?
What do you mean what?
We're talking lightsaber color. Definitely not. Purple's better than the fucking gold.
Well, you got to think about the gold too. I mean, gold's iconic in itself too. It's the
gold on Mace Windu's lightsaber.
We're talking about the blade versus the hilt, though. I think Rey's takes this, and I love the purple hilt. I love purple on a lightsaber, but I don't think Windu's can take this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's dude, I can't say yes to that unless we argue for a little bit, because Mace.
But okay, so let's go back to.
Fight with Palpatine.
Let's go back to the point.
We don't even see Rey use her lightsaber at all. The battle of Geonosis, and then the battle at Coruscant.
Let's go back to the
And
point
the
where
fact that there's like there's a possibility that they make something about Mace Windu again, which yes, they're making something about Rey, but it's Rey. We know how that's gonna go.
let's go back to the point where we need a lightsaber for the person that represents them. Rey's lightsaber represents her a lot more. Doesn't matter. The hilt itself, which is what this.
People will disagree. Be with me.
We're not talking characters here right now.
No, we are.
No.
Because her character's so dog shit that it don't matter.
Yeah, but even if we're going based off of character, her lightsaber makes sense for the character that they went with. And don't get me wrong, I feel stupid arguing right now for the sequel trilogy, but I think Rey's lightsaber.
Again, they've heard me whisper.
Hers is gold. Purple lightsaber is better.
We're talking about lightsabers.
Yeah, but you keep bringing up the hilt being gold too. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I will say, I think her hilt is better. Maybe.
That's what this bracket's supposed to be.
Including the lightsaber.
Yeah, but this is the main point of this bracket.
We make that argument a lot.
Yeah,
Changing
I agree.
the rules on
I'm
me.
not changing the rules. I think Rey's takes it, dude. I really do. I think it has more meaning behind it.
To who?
To the
care?
Okay, you want to go back to the... I think his hilt's pretty basic. The hilt itself.
It's the most out there Jedi Masters.
It is, which is sad. Let's be real.
It's purple. Since I won the Luke one, we'll go with.
Okay.
Because it's not like I don't like Rey's lightsaber. If it was purple, dude.
Well, who knows what it is? Because, like you said, when she ignites it, it turns blue and green by like the spinning thing. I don't know. It's interesting. So it's to be determined if they'll do something with that.
I do like her anyway.
This one is interesting. We got Darth Malgus versus Darth Revan's lightsaber.
See, this is going to be personal. Because I personally like silver lightsabers better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's purple. No, but
And it's purple.
I love Malgus's too, especially they sell the Malgus lightsaber that is like weathered and damaged, and it's like spiky. It looks awesome too.
Mm-hmm.
I like Revans. I really do.
I do too. I think Revan's wins this.
Yeah, are you?
Nope.
Yeah.
I didn't have to, so he said everything that needed to be said. This one's going to be another interesting one. We got Leia versus Luke. No.
Yeah. You just said that Ventress. You were contemplating Ventress over Leia's. It's bronze, which
I'm shocked Luke's is this far.
It's 'cause
after
it should be.
after going up with Anakin's
Because
as the
it
first.
should be.
No, I don't think so.
It should be.
You just let me
You
win.
just don't like
Okay,
green lightsabers.
you just let me win the Rey one. I don't hate Luke's lightsaber. I'll let
It's
you
like
win
you
Luke's
never
one.
Held it. It feels so good.
I actually don't think I have ever held it.
But like, dude, it's like.
We talking about holding a lightsaber. I feel like holding Revan's lightsaber with no glove would suck.
So does Anakin's.
I don't mind
So
Anakin's.
does Vader's.
I like Vader's is weird because it's got that little like I don't even know the little silver piece in the middle of
Little
it.
divots.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
No,
talking
no,
about
no, no.
the plaque.
Yeah, well, it has the black thing that goes around it, and then it's got this little silver thing off of it, and I feel like it like hits my finger, and it's weird.
Oh, the clip.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the other lightsabers have that. They just the toy we had as a kid had. The so,
I'll give you Luke's.
dude, it's Luke.
I'll give
like,
you Luke's.
It's the best green lightsaber. And like, do you not like the handle or something? I'm confused on what the.
I don't like the skinny top of it. I don't like how it gets really skinny.
Super light.
I like.
You whip it around better. It's like Kylo, and you're dragging it.
I think there's a fine middle ground with how heavy it is. And you talk about being light. I think too light's a problem, and obviously too heavy's a problem. So I think there's a happy middle.
Too light be a problem. Swinging too fast.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. Okay, we're gonna move on. Final four. We're down to the final four. We got Dooku versus Rey. It's not even a question.
I'm the fuck on.
Yeah, not even a question. Dooku's making it to the finals. It's like not even close. Okay, so we got the other side. We got Revan versus Luke. And I'm here to tell you right now, I'm not letting Luke get past this round. Luke's not getting past this round.
This is where Luke meets his demise.
Yes.
But I actually do believe this.
Okay.
I think Revan's lightsaber is such a good lightsaber.
Yeah, just like
Purple. It's such a good lightsaber, and like, dude, I love Luke's lightsaber. Luke, honestly, because I feel like when we were kids, we weren't green lightsaber people at all because
No.
we were such Anakin.
We're Anakin Obi-Wan.
And they didn't make good Luke toys.
No.
At least when we were a kid.
Well, that's because the prequels came out when we were a kid, and
true.
that's when they had a lot of advertisement for it too. There was so much stuff that came out during the prequels time period that.
Jar Jar being sucker and cup.
No.
It's disgusting. You know his tongue shoots out in the first movie.
Yeah.
They have a sucker that it's his face and it goes like this and it shot his tongue out. And
No.
the tongue.
We'll have to put a picture up of that so we can see it, but no, I have not seen that.
How? No.
I don't know.
I'll do. I think.
Yeah.
I love
Dooku, you mean Revan? He's already picking the final guy. He's already picking the final guys. We got Dooku versus Revan in the finals. Who takes it, Tyler?
Dooku.
Yup. I think we both knew before we started this bracket who was going to win this bracket.
Like I didn't actually know. I thought we'd have we had a couple arguments, but
yeah, but the one that won, I feel like I knew from the beginning of this that it was going to win.
Top four. I knew
in my
head that it was a top two.
Oh yeah.
And like going through it, like I feel like if the brackets fell a little bit weird for certain people, it obviously would have been a lot different depending. We also didn't want to do matchups that we were like, oh, well, we like this one better than this one, so we're gonna shut this one out. We did that on purpose, to where there were some lightsabers on here that
we could argue about.
And that also were like, these are two that are iffy. Which one do you like better? Not better of the two bads, but better of the two simples.
So Dooku.
Yeah.
Dooku's gonna take the win here.
Yeah.
So we are gonna move on from the bracket, and we're going to wrap up the episode talking about the upcoming Star Wars projects. So we got Tales of the Empire that comes out on the 4th, a couple days from now. We're filming on May 1st right now. Yeah?
It was so unexpected. I was at work, and it, just popped up. And I was just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Scrolled past it, and then I got, 3 messages, and I was like...
Yeah, I blew your phone up over it.
Is real?
Yeah, I blew your phone up over it.
And
I was like, wow.
We definitely, I was, for a millisecond, I was like, oh, dude, it could have been Tales of the Sith. But,
yeah,
they did a really good job with at least the trailer of this Tales of the Empire.
Yeah, the trailer is really cool. I think
I'm super excited.
I like how we're going to see, what's her name? I can't even think of her name right now. I'm drawing a blank. The Night Sister.
The one from...
Yes.
Ahsoka?
Yeah. Wow.
We're bad hosts.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, it's whatever. But that looks good. We have the Acolyte coming up. It looks interesting. I'm not going to judge it. I know a lot of people are judging it.
A lot of people... I'm going to talk about this. A lot of people are judging the looks of it. And what people don't understand is this is supposed to be a High Republic type of thing. And it's going to look very different from the Star Wars that we are used to. People already were judging the prequels when the prequels came out for being very, very different than the original trilogy. And this is going to be very different. Now, I think the only thing that we should be able to judge this on is basically the storytelling.
Yeah, but the other part of this too is the way I look at it is what's coming out in the main story. It's a wild card, but what people forget is the Mandalorian was a wild card.
Yeah, it was a wild card.
Out and we were kind of like, what the hell?
And people love it. People love it too.
People love the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I feel like it needs to be this Acolyte needs to be given.
My favorite part about the Acolyte trailer is where the Jedi Master is like, close your eyes, and you got the one alien species in the background. He's just sitting there wide-eyed. His eyes are open. It's kind of funny. He doesn't close his eyes. Other than that, though, I do think that we should judge it less on how it looks because it's going to look very different. If anything, based off of the High Republic books, I feel like it looks very cool. I do like the different lightsabers. We got some gold in there. There's a lot of gold lightsabers throughout the High Republic. I think it's going to look really good.
Well, I think we're going to wrap up for today, though. So this is the first episode we have ever done. Very interesting for us, but we're going to try to do weeklies of these, so stay tuned for all the new stuff coming up. We're Tyler and Jordan, and this is Mind Trick Media.